Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and family beyond the binary, hello and welcome to Season 3, Week 11 of Rocket League here at EGF. My name is Warren Jungle Guide Hammond, and tonight I'm joined on the mic by Quantum Deathcat. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing well. How about yourself, Mr. Juggle?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. I am excited to jump back in for some car soccer tonight.
Soccer, if you will, huh?
Ha ha
Uh,
ha ha!
there you go. Yeah, some nice old little Rocket League, and we've got Villanova versus DePaul here for our first match. How's that going to look like on your end over there? You said you had the stats opened up.
I do,
Anything else?
yeah. Yeah, I think this is going to be a very exciting match. Both of these teams are sitting at a 50-50 record right now.
Mhm.
And DePaul sitting at number 16 in the overall standings, Villanova at number 17. But if you look at the Big East, which they're both a part of, this story is a little bit different. Pardon me for just a moment. I have to pull up those stats. Didn't have them right in front of me. Um, but we've got DePaul has only won one game in their division, whereas
Mm.
Villanova's won three. So Villanova in their in the Big East is actually sitting at number 4 right now, whereas DePaul's sitting at number 9. So looks a little bit different when you look there, but overall they're right in the thick of it, right in the heart of this competition.
And I think it's nice to see that both of them then will fight each other here because this is a
Yes.
rivalry match, right? This is a grudge match, I would imagine. In fact, I've seen a Villanova DePaul match last year, and it went very very far into the series. If I recall correctly. So this
Yeah.
is a very strong. These are two really strong teams, right? Two teams that you see very often win games.
Mhm.
So let's see what they could do here tonight. As our first game of tonight, of course.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see what they can both pull out here. And like you said, I wouldn't be surprised if we go the distance in this one. I think
Mm.
a 5 game match is certainly not out of the question to start things off here today for us. Of course, we've got plenty of other matches coming after that, but what a way to start with something that really I think has the potential to be a fantastic match to see.
Oh, for sure. Maybe not match of the year candidate, but of course, a really good match. I think a sweep is out of the question here for sure. A 3-1 would be the worst case scenario, I would think. I would imagine. If it did come to a sweep, every single game would be a one goal game going into overtime,
Yeah.
that kind of game. Where the 3-0 really just does not tell the whole story at all.
Yeah. Now, speaking of the story, I'm going to be curious to see how these two teams play. Are we going to see both of them out for similar strategies? Are we going to see a lot of aerial plays? Or is it going to be more of a ground based game? Which
Mm,
team is going to come out with which kind of strategy? What are we going to see from both of them here tonight? That's what I'm most excited to see. And if they can adapt to each other as well
mm.
through the course of these games. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see the games going back and forth either. One to one
Exactly.
to one to one, one way, one
It
the
goes
other.
one way, goes the other, goes one way, goes the other. Like it just goes back and forth, back and forth. You might have a game where DePaul will only get one shot, right? But the next game they'll come in and they'll have 10, having figured out how to get through Villanova. So
Yeah,
that's completely something I expect to see. Something that I expect to just have happen. Yesterday, I did another Rocket League cast, and this is exactly what happened. The first 4 games, right? Both teams
hmm
were trading games back and forth, and the losing team only had one shot on net. The other team had 10 most of the time.
oh my
But
gosh.
so yeah, one team figured each other out. Okay, well, I now let's go back the other way. Then let's go back the other way. So it just happened like that. And Villanova and DePaul just looked that way on paper the same way as the other match that I did.
Yeah, yeah, I think that that could we could absolutely see something like this happening again. I'm gonna see if I can pull up the records here real quick, just
You
to
did say they
see.
were 16 and 17th position respectively, right? DePaul and
Right.
Villanova.
Yeah, I wanted to see their history though. I'm actually not sure if we have that information. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. Um,
Ooh, that'd be cool. Let's see if they've played each other. I don't think they've played each other this year.
No, but one interesting thing to note is that DePaul right now is on a winning streak. they have won the last 3 games that they've played. And so
Oh,
they're coming into this, right, with I think a lot of momentum behind them. And I'm going to be curious, yeah, if Villanova can really, you know, match that because in the
mhm,
last 1, 2, 3, 4 games, they've only had 1 win. So they're in a little bit of a slide. Now, their 1 win wasn't their last game. Their last game was against RIT, which is one of the top
yeah,
teams in this division. So,
mhm,
or in this tournament. So understandable that you're going to take a loss there. But they did take an L to University. I'm sorry, they took a win against University of Tennessee 2 weeks ago.
okay,
So they do have that relatively recently. But if you look further back than that, it's been a little bit of a slide for them. So, considering that, I might give the edge to DePaul University just slightly. Although, going up against such a strong opponent like RIT in your last match, that's certainly going to up your game a little bit. You're going to have a lot of good VOD review material to go over, and you may have
yeah,
come out of that a lot stronger for it. So, there's the counterpoint, really, to how Villanova could, in fact, be a little bit positioned better, but I'm still going to give the edge a little bit to DePaul today.
course. You look at DePaul, right? As you said, they've won their last three, which means they've won every single game since the winter break, which is really
Right.
good. That means they've probably come back better set than other teams. Same with Villanova; they won week nine, is what I'm understanding
Yes.
from you. So, week nine means that they've come back from the break and they are playing great, right? Even though they took one loss to Arlington, that's no big surprises. Game one is underway. Let's see it.
Let's see how this goes. We're going to have an early possession by Cookie. Poke's going to go up to try and contest him, but misses it. Cookie has an opportunity to center it now. It's going to be booped away, though, by Villanova University. Cookie, though, back with possession of the ball, looking to center it once again. I'm a Horse comes up and is able to contest it successfully. Cookie going for another center again from DePaul University. They're doing a good job of keeping this pressure on. Shot comes in from Lavish, but Pocus is there to keep it out. But it's not going to be the same story from Black Wraith, and DePaul University goes up early 1-0.
1-0 first goal of the game. That's a nice little pop by Shakuki. I'm sure they meant to put it a little more distance into it so it goes off the back wall, but that's still a beautiful angle to shoot it in. And with 27 seconds into the match, the first goal has been found.
That it has. And another early possession here from Shakuki goes for the double tap just a little bit high, but the follow up could be there. Black Wraith not going to be so lucky this time. Lavish comes away with it. Raleigh going to attempt to come away with control, but it's not going to go either way at the moment. Black Wraith now coming in one more time, but the ball is going to go a little bit wide, right over to Riley. But the ball is still being put in Villanova's side of the field more often than not. In fact, substantially more often than not, as DePaul is coming away with a very nice just bit of pressure here that they're keeping on Villanova. But the ball now going to be centered a little bit. Can Pocus get back to
Oh
stop it? No,
no!
they're not. They tap it into their own goal. Credit goes to Shakuki, though.
Cookies, that's a nice clear out of their own zone. Horse misses that ball here, and Pocus, well, Hocus Pocus, the ball's in your net, and it's 2-0.
Yeah, it is. And with just over a minute on the clock as well, DePaul University really looking strong here right now. But we do have an early opportunity from Villanova, and Riley gonna have the lead to 1.
That's a great little start here. Nice turnaround by Riley. Lavish, there's nothing much he could do, and Shakuki, I mean, it's not that great of a play being out in the middle of nowhere and having to, because both of your teammates rotate out, you're forced to play into a position where you don't want to exactly play. So Riley, despite not being in a comfortable reposition himself, oh, that's a nice passing play. But despite not being in a good position himself, it was still an easy goal for him.
That it was. Lavish goes for a pinch on the ground. It's not going to be there, but Shakuki comes in again. Beautiful play.
Beautiful indeed. Right off of Black Wraith, off the back wall. That's what I expected earlier on. 2 goals now for Shakuki.
Yeah, and we are in a very high scoring game here. Both of these teams' offense really seems to be pumping right now. Shakuki gonna try and send the ball down towards Villanova's side of the field. Goes for flip reset, doesn't quite get it, but the center's gonna be good. Lavish goes in for a shot, bounces off the bar, then the ground, and then in.
Oh, wow, you did not get excited enough for that. I'm sorry, but that was so sick out of Shakuki. Mid-air, fakes the flip reset, actually gets it off the sidewall, and then pops it towards the center of the net there right into the crease. What an amazing setup by
Yeah.
Shakuki for that goal. It's 4-1.
That it is. This is a huge lead now coming in for DePaul University, and I have to wonder if some of what we said before may not be the case. Villanova University really needs to put some pressure on. They really need to come back into this. Riley gonna get a nice center though. Lavish goes in to try and keep it away, but they unfortunately miss it. Lavish now with an opportunity to center it. It's gonna be a nice shot coming in from Black Ray, but Riley is there to deny it. A beautiful block coming out there. Now Pogus looking for an opportunity to put it in the other team's net this time around, but the ball's still going to go back over towards Villanova side. Black Wave has an opportunity to center it, but it's just going to be launched down towards DePaul's end of the field. A shot comes in, and that's going to be a goal for Pogus.
There you go, making up for the goal he let in earlier on into the game. Great job there. If he misses this ball or gets 50'd, that could be a massive problem. Of course, he was last man back. He had to go for this once he
Yeah.
saw both of his teammates whiff and then having the ball in the perfect position. But had he missed that or had the defense been there, that is an easy comeback and it would have been 5-1. But instead it's 4-2 and there's a chance still for Villanova.
Oh, there absolutely is. 2 minutes left to go, and with the rate that both these teams are scoring goals, we can expect a few more to make it to the net. Nice center comes in. Can Shakuki get it? No, it's going to be I'm a Horse this time around for Villanova, catching up to it. Lavish trying to take the ball out of their possession, though. Going to be able to do it successfully. Sends it back down towards Villanova. Black Wraith now in the corner, looking to see if they can center it, but it's not going to be the case this time around. I'm a Horse going to be able to keep the ball out of a dangerous zone for Villanova University, and in fact start to push it down towards DePaul's side of the field, but it is going to be booped back, and another goal comes in for Shakuki.
Hat trick time for Shakuki with 94 seconds left on the clock. And again, another hit off the back wall. And it's just beautiful passing plays out of DePaul and Villanova's defense on that back wall. Not very, it's not there. It's not there.
It isn't. That seems to be the way that DePaul University is scoring more times than not. Nice center comes in, but no shot going to be successful this time around. Although Riley might have an opportunity, and an open goal goes just a little bit wide. DePaul University able to keep it out of their danger zone for a little bit. Now we're going to see Lavish come away with the ball, looking to kind of keep it centered, but it's going to be a shot on goal from Villanova. Another one comes in, but Black Wraith is there to deny it one more time. Cookie looking to now clear it away. Black Wraith has an opportunity here to try and take it over to Villanova's side. They're going to be able to do it with just 1 minute remaining now. Villanova's really going to have to turn things up if they're expecting to come back in this game.
Yeah, exactly. I completely agree here. If they want to come back, they have to do a miracle. 15 seconds per goal is what they would need. They need 3 and 45 seconds. And right now, they're stuck in their own zone.
That they are because of this incredible pressure being put onto Paul. But we've got a shot coming in, goes a little bit wide. Riley going to try and center it one more time for Villanova. Just 30 seconds remaining. And now they are down to 10 seconds to go for Villanova University just to get us to overtime. Going to be the ball getting centered one more time for DePaul University, but in fact, it's going to be Pokus coming away with it. Ball just really hanging out in the center of the field at the moment. No real opportunities coming in here. Shot comes in just a little bit high, maybe a pass off the backboard. 5 seconds left to go. This is all but over. DePaul University going to come away with the first game here, 5-1.
5-2, actually.
To two. I am so
Yeah.
sorry. Yes.
Yeah. Of course, it's still a loss in terms of Villanova, right? But at
Yeah.
least get the score right because they got 2 goals and they were pretty solid goals, especially
They
that
were
second
solid
one.
goals. Yeah. Yeah, no, they absolutely were. And it just a phenomenal showing coming out from DePaul. And look at those shots, right? 13 combined for DePaul, whereas we've only got 4 coming out for Villanova. And I mean, the more shots you take, the more that are going to go in. It's a numbers game in a lot of ways.
I mean, it's also quantity over quality over quantity, right?
That
You,
is
of course,
true.
you do want a quantity of shots because at some point, if you throw enough quantity, it's going to overwhelm your opponents. But there's got to be a little bit of quality inside of that quantity for it to
Yes.
make a big impact, right? And so you
Yes.
can have a lot of zone coverage and a lot of inside, just inside the field shots. But if they're not strong enough, right? If you're not breaking the rotations with demos, if you're not if you're just shooting in the center, right, and not shooting on the sides, then you are really just giving them free saves.
Yeah, exactly. You mentioned demos. I actually don't even remember that many coming out. This has been a
Yep.
relatively peaceful game so far between these two. So, maybe we could see a little bit more aggression coming out from Villanova, right? See if they can just take some of these players off the field for a few seconds because that could absolutely provide you with an opening.
Feels like when I was playing back 3 years ago, this game and trying to rank up as much as I desperately could. Demos weren't a thing back then, right? Demos
Right.
were considered toxic. Nowadays, it's
Yeah.
really the meta. Same thing with bumps. As we start off, and this is almost a goal. Focus.
Oh!
Great job by him to start us off 5 seconds in. What a great start here, Riley to Pocus.
That was just beautiful. That is the kind of aggression that you need to see coming out of Villanova University. Up with an early lead now, and like you said, just 5 seconds in. This is fantastic for this squad. They have to be feeling good about that. Black Wraith going to come away with the ball on the side and look to center right now. Shot comes in from Shakuki, and we are tied up at 1-1. This one just took 6 seconds.
Oh my goodness, that's so slow compared to the 5 second goal they had.
I
Of
know.
course.
Pick up the pace, DePaul.
Pick up the pace. It's 1-1, 4:49 left, and well, I mean, it's practically the same game one that we just started 11 seconds ago, right?
Yeah,
Except it's
yeah,
1-1 instead
exactly.
of 0-0. Nothing practically happened.
Yeah, we're back at a stalemate at the moment. But Villanova coming away with a lot more aggression this time around. They seem to have reset themselves. We're going to see a demo come in, this time from DePaul University, so some of that aggression beginning to come out. We're going to see a pass off the backboard, but it's not going to be successful. In fact, it's going to head straight back down towards DePaul's side of the field. Almost going in. Black Wraith able to clear it now. Looking for an opportunity, looking for a shot, but Riley's going to be there to stop any kind of craziness happening for DePaul this time around. We're just about a minute into the game now, 1-1. Another demo coming in. Lavish now with the ball, gonna look to try and center it. Okay, they get a shot come out from this. Not quite this time around, but Shakugi's there to keep it in play. Lavish tries for one, but they're just a little bit too close to the goal to take that into the net. I'm a Horse going to be coming away with it now in Villanova's side of the field, trying to keep it, trying to put a little bit more pressure on DePaul University, but just not finding that at the moment. And another demo coming in for DePaul. They're really gunning for him this time around.
Yeah, definitely gunning for
Oh!
it. Did it open? Oh no! What's happened there? 2-1 now in favor of DePaul once again. Horse tries to get it cleared out over to Pocus. What an interception from Lavish.
Yeah,
Good reading.
that was a beautiful read coming out there from Lavish. Just snuck right in, denied the pass. Dangerous to pass right in front of your goal, but sometimes you don't have the option. Black Wraith now coming away with ball, looking for a flip reset here. I'm a Horse going to be able to deny them an opportunity at a shot on goal. Lavish going in now, tries to keep it centered once again for DePaul University. Going to find its way back into the corner though. Now we've got I'm a Horse on a breakaway, but the entire DePaul University team has backed up to try and defend their goal. Pocus had a beautiful opportunity right there, but just misses it. Shakuki now with a little bit of a breakaway. They're going to look to try and come away with an opportunity here, but it's not going to materialize. Black Wraith, though, in for a pass to Lavish, and it's a 3-1 game for DePaul.
Oh my goodness, DePaul are just finding the opportunities here, right? And again, another opportunity where the goaltender comes out of his net and pushes really hard, knowing that there's no one behind to rotate back in, right? And it's another miss, this time by Horse, though. I mean, Pocus's miss as well really forced Horse's hand here, or should I say hoof? But whatever the case is, it's a miss, and it allows for that nice little passing play to go into the back of the net.
That it does. We see a nice clear coming out from Shakuki, but it's going to be just put back towards DePaul's side of the field just as quickly. Lavish now with possession. Going to be challenged by Riley. Opportunity, but it's going to be denied. The 50 going the way of DePaul that time around. Now they're going to be able to get it back onto Villanova side of the field. They're going to try and pass it off the backboard. Shikugi with a shot goes in 4-1. DePaul, they're looking monstrous after this winter break.
Yeah, definitely. Look at these passing plays. Absolutely well done. There's no double commits on their side, and it really shows that these guys have some good chemistry now on their end. Villanova showing a little bit of double commits here and there, right? A little
Yeah.
bit of miscommunication, it seems, and some
Oh,
misses. Some
yeah.
very crucial misses, and they're definitely coming from Horse and from Pocus, and we see them both there. Both of
Oh,
them ghost touching the ball, sadly.
yeah. Just barely misreading that. And that's going to give DePaul University. Now, I believe they're. Is this their biggest lead? No, I think they've been up by 4 before. Poca's going to be trying to get test the ball, but there's going to be a nice center coming out. Lavith wish the shot goes just a little bit high. Riley's going to be able to deny it, send it careening back towards the Paul side of the field, but only momentarily. Black Wraith going to be able to stop it from continuing in that trajectory. Lavish now looking for an opportunity. Shikuki going to be able to pass it to them, and these are just beautiful plays coming out of DePaul today.
Oh man,
Their passing game is on point.
definitely. They're telling their opponents to sit down at the moment. Oh wow. DePaul coming in and showing us how it's done. How dare us? How dare we say that this should not have been a sweep? Oh my goodness. Chakuki does the fake and hits it off the back wall on top of that. Just bringing us even more style that's already oozing through their plays for the entirety of this series so far.
Yeah, that is very true. We're going to get a demo coming in favor of Villanova, so this is an opportunity, but there's just a minute 20 left to go. A 5-goal lead right now from DePaul. And, this is going to be very difficult for Villanova to come back from. They just need to try and build some momentum, I think, right here, or at least stop DePaul's momentum, because with just a minute left to go, 5 goals needing to be scored, this looks almost impossible for them. Nice opportunity there, right there, though. A beautiful block comes in from DePaul. An opportunity here once again for them. It's going to bounce off the crossbar. Not going to go in this time around. Lavish looking for a pass over to Black Wraith. Black Wraith going to have to fall back to try and get the ball in their backfield. 50 going to go the way of Villanova University, keeping it in play now, but Shikuki going to be able to center it. Nobody's going to be there in time. DePaul with a 6-point lead.
Oh no, it's Brazil time, ladies and gentlemen. 7-1 scoreline. You know that us Rocket League fans love us a nice little Brazil. And nothing wrong with that one. 7-1 now. And there is another
Oh,
hat trick on the cards. And look at that, Black Wraith going for horse instead of ball to make sure this one goes in. Oh man,
wow.
this is such a strong game. What a tackle.
Oh, yeah, I missed that. I'm glad you caught that right there. That was a great play by Black Wraith to prevent the defender from having any shot of keeping that out of the net. And this is just a runaway game now for DePaul. Once again, Villanova, they just need to try and stabilize here, stop the bleeding, and come back a little bit stronger on the next map. Nice pass comes in once again. Black Wraith gonna score. 20 seconds left to go. There's an 8-point difference here.
Yeah, 8 points the difference, and some nice shots, but mostly some great teamwork coming out of DePaul. And Villanova now absolutely deflated, right? I don't know what they did. They took a needle to a ball at this point and
Yeah.
absolutely just deflated Villanova like that the ball. And at this point, how do you come back in a series like this, right? There's still a chance for them to do some damage, but they need to come back in game number 3. How do they do that?
Yeah, I'm not sure. They need to have a hard mental reset here. I think because at this point, I think Villanova is starting to maybe beat themselves a little bit. They showed a lot of promise. I think early on in this game, they showed a lot of promise last game, but DePaul University just looking unstoppable right now. And frankly, I'm not sure that DePaul deserves to be in the middle of the pack where they are right now. They're looking like a top level team in this tournament. This is a tremendous scoreline.
Don't forget that all the new teams that came in through the winter break as well, right? They
Right.
they they might look way off because, oh, they just joined in, right? But some of them are really good. And if DePaul also changed up their team during that winter break, then they've come
Mhm.
back and they've looked a lot stronger than what they did before. That's awesome. If not, it's also their schedule, right? Don't forget, some of these
Yes.
teams are CRL gods, right? So the fact that let's say DePaul versus UT Arlington, right? That one's a tough one. That's a tough ask. It's a tough team to beat. If you could bring them to 4 games, maybe even 5 games, right? That shows that you're still strong enough to beat the best of them, but you're just taking the L anyway, sadly. Which it happens to some teams, right? They have some
Yeah.
records that really doesn't mimic what they could do, and that's just because of their
Yeah.
schedule.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. With so many teams, not everybody I don't think is going to get a chance to play. Everyone else. Shot comes in from Lavish, going to be blocked though this time by Riley. Another opportunity here. It's going to be bounced off the backboard for a pass. Not going to find an opportunity this time around. And Pocus has one for themselves. They're going to look to center it for one of their teammates, but nobody going to be able to follow up on it this time. And Chikuki's able to clear it back towards Villanova's side of the field. 30 seconds in, and this is the lowest scoring game I think we've seen so far between these two. Um, 0-0 after 30 seconds. Shikuki looking to change that though. Lavish coming up to try and make something of it, but Black Wraith is there. Beautiful ball control, excellent reading, and DePaul University up 1-0.
That ball didn't hit the ground for about 20 seconds. They
Yeah,
just kept that ball up in the air from their own zone all the way back to the front, and then they just kept passing it between each other. What a wonderful play that this DePaul team can just show us here. As the defense on the side of Villanova, they really can't go up in there and intercept the ball in aerials. And that's really where most teams would stop DePaul, I would imagine, right? With the aerial interceptions. And at this
right.
point, there's just none of that at this point in time for Villanova.
Yeah, they're gonna have to work a little bit harder for the shot comes in though from Raleigh, gonna be denied though by DePaul University. Black Wraith now looking to see if they can clear it, but Riley's gonna keep it in play for Villanova. Opportunity right there, but the 50 gonna go the way of DePaul once again. Demo comes in. One less player for Villanova right now. Shikuki looking to take advantage of that, keeping it in play over on the side here. Barely on Villanova's side of the field. Riley coming away, trying to center it, but it's going to be Lavish picking it up in the midfield, looking to dribble it into the goal, but it's going to be denied. The contest there from Villanova going to be successful. I'm a horse now with the ball, going to try and get it centered for their teammate, but Lavish is there one more time. In fact, he's got a little bit of breakaway opportunity. Riley going to be able to deny anything coming from it this time around. Cookie going to be able to center it, though, right over the net. I'm a horse is there, though, to keep it from doing anything dastardly this time around. Lavish now going to be trying to clear it for their team. I'm a horse going to deny that opportunity, though. Beautiful read by Black Wraith right there, able to keep it out of the net and out of a dangerous zone for DePaul University. I'm a horse going to be sending it back towards DePaul. Can they deny it? Shikuki's going to be there once again. And 2.5 minutes to go. This is by far the lowest scoring game we've seen so far.
That was great by Shikuki. She got absolutely bumped by Pocus there. And Pocus did a great job at poking Shikuki out of the way. And yet, despite that fact, getting back into position for the defensive save. Great job there by Shikuki. Otherwise, so far, so good out of Villanova as well. They're
Yeah.
just coming back into this one, showing some great offense. Though, still, again, some miscommunication in the background. Double commits and just not some rotations just being slightly off. As that's a great passing play goes down.
Wow.
Lavish with a nice little shot there. Saved by Pocus. Great stuff.
Yeah, great stuff from both teams right now. Little under 2 minutes left to go. Lavish going to come away with the ball at about midfield. It's still going to find its way over to DePaul's side. In fact, there's going to be an opportunity from Riley, but it just goes a little bit wide. Villanova really starting to wake up here. They're starting to come away with some opportunities and keeping the ball critically out of their net. We're going to see a flip reset coming in here from Lavish, but the 50 going to be denied by Pocus. Black Wraith now trying to center one more time. Shikuki going to be in there, but it's not going to be able to find the ball this time around. And now we're going to have to see if Pocus can come away with anything for Villanova. Riley with an opportunity here, sends it off the backboard. Can anybody follow it up? Not this time around. I'm a horse just a little bit late to get anything significant going for Villanova this time around. Ball going to be cleared, and Lavish going to come away with it. Can they come away with a pass? No, it's going to be Riley denying them that opportunity and sending careening back towards the Paul side of the field. I'm a horse going to be able to take Black Wraith out of the match for just a moment. 1 minute remaining now, and this is a far cry from the last couple of games we've seen.
Definitely is, but Villanova's defense here just slightly stronger. The offense out of DePaul, though, it's not been as potent as before. I think they're less aggressive at the current moment, less trying to show off and more trying to just seal the deal here without running up the score.
Yeah, that is true. They still have a lead, 1-0. 30 seconds remaining. Now Cookie has an opportunity, but Riley's going to be there to deny it. Lavish sending it back again, though, but I'm a horse going to be able to keep it out of the way. Cookie now back in the backfield for DePaul University. Going to be able to clear it one more time. 50 going to knock the ball straight up into the air this time. Lavish going to come away with it. Goes off the backboard. Black Wraith in to try and make something happen for it. 7 seconds left to go. And we might just have a 1-0 game here. Villanova, though, with an opportunity. Can they keep it in the air? No, they're not going to be in. DePaul with a 3-0 sweep in a very interesting fashion.
Definitely very interesting fashion. This is the only game that didn't have a single hat trick as well, but the amount of shots that came in off of DePaul is really high. 10 saves on the side of Villanova. And I mean, they played great defense, right? There was a lot of double commits, but every single player had a savior. So all 3 players had 3 saves. It just comes to show that the rotations were a lot better. They were still somewhat sloppy, but they were a lot better than they were in the previous 2 games, especially game 2. They definitely got better. They reflated from game number 2. I did say, how do you come back from that? Well, you pump more air back into the ball, and well, the ball's still somewhat sturdy. I'll be honest here, only letting in 1 goal, but they just could not find offense like they could in game number 1 and 2.
No, they should feel good though about their showing in this last game. I think that shows that they're still a fantastic team. They've got a lot of promise. They unfortunately for them they take the L today. DePaul University coming away with a just a fantastic win and continuing their winning streak as well. I believe this extends it to 4 now.
Yeah, it does.
Well, we're going to take a very short break, but stick with us because we're going to have an interview with one of the members from DePaul University, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We have Shakuki in with us for an interview today. Congratulations, Shakuki, on continuing your win streak after the winter break.
Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you bet. Now, I want to know what has been the difference for you all after this winter break because you have come back with just a vengeance so far in this tournament. Did you pick up new players? Did you have time to practice a lot more? What do you think has been the difference?
Yeah, no, for sure. So, over the course of the past few weeks, we've been able to play with our starting roster. Earlier
Mhm.
in the original, whatever, 8, 9 weeks that we had, I think there was only one game where we got to play with our, starting team in general. So, the past 4 or 5 games or so, it's just been us with our starting roster, and we've been taking some wins. So we've been pretty happy about that.
Fantastic. And I really wanted to compliment the passing game that we saw from you all today. You seem to be just running circles around Villanova University. What would you say has been one of the strengths of your team as well coming out of this winter break?
Yeah, no, I mean, our chemistry and our passing has recently kind of hit a new level. As you guys probably seen over the past few weeks, I really think that we're going to be a team to kind of be reckoned with. And, our passing is we're just passing around players, around teams, scoring, and it's just been working out for us really, really well. So looking to keep that up.
Fantastic. And I imagine, do you have your eyes set on nationals at the end of April?
Of course. Yeah, no, we're looking to make a run. We've been playing extremely well, and I hope that's the case continuing on. So, yeah, very much so.
Oh man, I mean, especially with the kind of game. Did you expect this out of this game? You're up against Villanova. Normally, it's a really tight game against them. What was the difference this time around? Just better team overall.
Yeah, I mean Villanova is a great university for Rocket League.
Mhm.
Got a few good players on there for sure. But I really think that with this starting lineup, we've been able to play a lot more. Classes haven't really gotten in the way of EGF, so it's been
Hmm.
great. And we've been really able to kind of put our full force into winning these games.
It definitely shows. Listen, that chemistry is awesome to look at. One last question for you, then. Your wonderful Shakuki. Is there anyone you want to shout out?
Yeah, no, definitely. Villanova first. They played excellent.
Yes.
They put up
I
a
agree.
really good fight here, and it was fun playing. And then of course my two teammates. They also played extremely well. I'm very happy with their performance today. So yeah,
Sounds
Excellent. Well,
great.
thank you
Sorry.
so much for coming in for the interview today. Congratulations to you. Good luck. Although, if today is any indication, you might not need it, but good luck regardless during the rest of the season.
thank you so much. Appreciate it, guys.
You are welcome. Well, that's going to do it for this first game here, but we've got more action coming your way. Now, a quick note. We are going to be shutting down the stream briefly and then restarting it. Production's going to move over to a different computer for the next few games. So stick around. You're going to see the stream shut down, but we will be right back and live very shortly after that. Before we go to a break, any final words from you, Quantum Deathcat?
I hope that the next few games are a lot tighter than the one that we saw. More game threes, like that 1-0 games the entire way through with lots
Yeah.
of shots on both ends and great saves. More of that, please.
Awesome. Well, we'll see if we can get that. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a little while with our next game. See you all soon.